Greetings, listeners. I'm your host this evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to this Twisted Gear Studios production. You're about to listen to The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual playcast, GM'd by Derek Snow. If you're a fan and looking to support us, on our page you'll see a button to Ko-fi, a service wherever you're interested, you can tip us a couple of dollars here and there. Each tip goes to buying us a coffee for my late-night editing sessions, and it also helps to cover our fees for getting these shows to you, so it is greatly appreciated. Who knows, maybe in the future, if there's enough support, we'll start adding features to the show, like video, weekly releases, you never know. And now, without any further delay.
The previous report from our investigators. With Skeet found at the mansion working on his tasks, the team begin to wonder who drove them to Heinrich's estate, and whose burnt corpse do they have in Althea's lab. Just as Althea returns home from her altercation with the Boston detective at the General Hospital.
Going to start off now with Althea. She just pulled up, and she just sees off the distance Skeet being like Bigfoot, just walking into the trees towards his treehouse.
I'm gonna go to the treehouse. Oh.
Ooh!
Well, it's my property, and he's my employee, and he's supposed to not be here right now.
It's his house.
Is it?
It's his house.
I don't know.
It's his house.
Well, the last I knew of Skeet, he was like with us, and then disappeared. Took a sharp turn down an alley, and then there was some stuff on like rooftops, and we weren't sure what the fuck was going on. And after that, I got distracted. So. Yeah.
Okay, so Althea, you hop out the Packer Twin 6 and you head toward the trees.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, toward the treehouse.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you haven't went and actually taken a good look at the treehouse yet.
No, I just know it exists.
Okay.
And that it's made of very expensive wood.
Yes. Fair enough. As, it's not that far away, but as you cross through the first couple of trees and you look up and you can see the palatial treehouse. Like, it's massive. It's actually connected through 3 trees.
Is this like Swiss Family Robinson?
Somewhat.
I would want a treehouse like that.
Now, the weird thing is...
This isn't the weird thing?
No, the weird thing is there's 2 different staircases heading up. One that heads up on one side and then like 30-40 feet away up through another tree there's another staircase that's sort of headed up to another entrance into this fairly large house in the trees. You weren't that far behind Skeet, but you don't see Skeet, is the easiest way to put it at the moment. You do know that it is made from imported wood, but it looks like it's not aesthetically pleasing.
Oh no.
Is the other way to put it.
Like slapped together.
It's not even that it seems slapped together. It just seems like what it's been made out of could have been made out of any wood.
The boards are all different colors and things like this.
Yeah, to a point, it's weird. It's like
There's
everything
no
Skeet
reason for there
touches
to be
goes to its
exotic wood.
lowest common denominator. What?
There's no need for there to be exotic wood sort of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, exactly. There doesn't seem to be a need for it. Yes, but what would you like to do?
I'll just walk out. I mean, it's morning time and stuff on my own property.
Mhm.
I'm not anywhere near the hedge mage that doesn't exist. So
Correct.
Yeah. I'll just kind of walk up, and when I'm like within like range of like the stairs and stuff, I'll just start calling out to Skeet. Are you here?
You don't get an answer.
All right. Well, I'll just go up the closest set of stairs, I guess.
Okay, so you start going up the closest set of stairs, and it sort of it goes like it's a circular around the tree
All right.
as it gets, up to. But as it gets up there, like the stairs are well made. But as you get up there, there's like just a door thrown on it. You're not sure where the door came from. It just seems to be a door that could have been found anywhere.
I have a out of character question.
Okay.
Is this when I pulled up the car in front of the house? Where, in terms of the timeline, was that to the others?
You don't know.
Damn it.
Nobody,
All right.
Nobody knows.
Damn it. I'm just curious to know if this is happening at the same time that
He's
complaining that there's no orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
And breakfast ballroom.
Mhm.
All right. So
The
there's a
BBR.
door in front of me. There's a door in front of me.
Yeah, they're somewhat.
I'll knock.
Okay, so as you knock on the
Skeet?
door, it slightly swings open. You'll notice that there isn't a latch.
Okay.
Like
Of course, there isn't.
All right, that's fine. Well, he probably wasn't expecting anybody to come by.
Yeah.
Ever.
It just swings slightly open.
Okay. Is it light inside? Dim
Yeah,
inside?
yeah, it's morning, so there is light
Do I
shining through, and
hear
there are
anything?
windows.
Skeet, I saw you come over here, so where are you?
This was the last we ever saw of Althea.
Maybe.
You don't get an answer. You don't get a reply.
All right, well, I'm going in.
Okay, so you finish.
Technically, it's my treehouse.
That wasn't the
Famous
agreement.
last words.
It was.
That wasn't the agreement.
It was the fine print.
Oh, she's this kind of employer.
hey, listen, I'm probably going to be paying support payments to a family for the rest of my days and on into generations.
She's this kind of employer.
I am that kind of employer right now.
Oh no, can't pay people benefits. Okay.
Those benefits are in this house, this treehouse.
Yeah, as you push it open, it seems to be organized chaos, is the easiest way to put it.
Okay.
It seems like a mess, but you do realize, knowing Skeet,
It looks like the inside of his head.
no.
Does it look like
So it's
No.
my
does it look
office.
like his does it look like his store?
A
was
little
like-
bit.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of, like, shelves and stuff around,
Okay.
with different knickknacks and stuff
He's
all over the
rebuilding
place.
Well, I-
Skullet.
I don't need to like go through his things right now.
No,
Like
but
I don't
need
like...
to describe them.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right, so there's all these shelves
Yeah.
around. It seems like knickknacks and like collected stuff. And there seems to be a rug on the floor and like a sofa and a chair. You're not sure where he
Get those
found
up here.
them. You don't. Like, you
Found
don't
them in the
know.
living room, probably.
Knick-knack, paddywhack, give it a boom.
There seems to be a table at the end of this room, and there's other rooms, but at the end of this room that has seems to be bottles of liquid, like liquor bottles, but there's no labels
Yeah.
on the bottles. There's like glasses and stuff on the table as well, but they're all like different glasses from different sets.
Okay.
You know, they're like a collection, a motley collection of stuff.
I will go over to that table
Sure.
to sniff at the bottles just to make sure he hasn't been drinking anything that came from my lab.
Oh, you don't notice anything that roll chemistry.
Damn it.
Unless you can convince me of a different role for that.
I have biology, pharmacy, and my own stuff in my lab that I might recognize.
Medicine?
I have
Medicine for knowledge about to make sure that he's not drinking
All right.
any.
Poison.
Formaldehyde. I was gonna say
Formaldehyde.
formaldehyde.
There's a lot of
It's
formaldehyde
got
in
to
my lab.
preserve the innards, right?
Ooh.
I got 16 out of 70 for my medicine.
Okay, you can put a tick in it.
Yay.
Yeah, so. No, they just seem to be liquor. Bottles.
Like homebrew sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like, yeah.
Like
you,
the still that blew up?
Sure.
Yeah.
You do notice that this is some
All right.
homebrewed
All right. Well,
stuff.
I'll put the bottle back
This
down.
is some
and
homebrewed stuff.
Just keep on. Skeet. Patience is a virtue, good year. Remember the car.
Oh boy, she's
Sheets
talking to
of
herself now.
stainless steel in the car. And your blood pressure will go down. It'll go down. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
At this point, you get this feeling like somebody's watching you. You ever feel that? That like you're out
Yes.
somewhere or something, and it just feels like you're not alone. There's somebody watching you. So as so as you sort of like look around, like just quickly just look around,
Yeah.
you don't see anybody.
Okay. And I don't hear anything.
Roll me a spot hidden.
Oh,
And
God.
it will be a hard roll.
Giant slug monster! No, wait, we already saw
Oh my
that.
god. Yes.
Death.
We already covered that one.
Yeah.
Death is looming before them.
38 out of 60.
So no, you'd have to burn 8 luck to succeed on a hard check, which is
Oh, it was a hard check, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave exacerbated,
Okay,
irritated
word.
right
Okay,
now.
so just being in this treehouse makes you Skeet? Because it's like, oh, I don't know, I wouldn't know what that word is.
I'm gonna leave slightly
word.
irritated right now,
Mhm.
and So does it seem like when I was coming up the other set of stairs were connected to like a separated, like is all this connected?
Yeah, there's rooms. So to get to the other set of stairs, you'd have to move through rooms in the house, the tree house, to get over to that side.
Screw it. For all I know, he went into the woods. I'm just gonna leave. Alright. I'll just leave aggravated. I'll quote unquote close the door behind me.
Yeah, okay. So you sort of...
and go down the stairs, and I'll go back.
Okay, so
to
you get
go
down the
into the
stairs.
house.
And as you get down the stairs, I need you to make another hard spot hidden roll.
What the fuck?
Giant spider monster!
Don't
No,
give him
66
ideas.
out of 60.
Oh, okay. So basically, you do see movement. So as you get down to the bottom of the stairs and you just look around the trees for a second before you start heading back toward the house, you see off maybe around 30 or 40 feet to your right,
Yeah.
into the woods. You can see there's some bushes, like undergrowth there,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like something maneuvered through the bushes. Like you can see the bushes moving, like you caught something in the corner of your eye, like movement. But as you look over, you can just see like bushes moving as if something moved through it.
So
Now the thing is, the bush, only seems to be like 2 feet high.
So, here's the thing. Normally, if this had been however many weeks ago, Althea would have been like, hey, it's my property in the middle of the day. Is somebody here? And just walked on over because she has a very curious nature. However,
Character growth incoming.
in the past few weeks, being by myself, even during the day, has got me chained to a table and knocked out at Church of Contemplation. There have also been weird creatures that have come out of the woods, the lake, and variety of other weird shit that has happened. So, I'm curious, and I kind of want to take a longer look, but I don't want to go near the bushes. So I'm just going to kind of watch for a minute to see if there's any more extra movement. If there's not, I'm going to walk back to the house. If there is, I'm going to run back to the house.
While you're just looking at the bushes for a second, I'm going to ask you to make a listen roll.
Okay.
Just a regular listen.
It's not actually that great,
Calling
so.
her name.
You don't want to hear it, do you?
I have one more rank than the base. 20 listens. He's 6% out of 21.
But a tick and listen.
Yeah.
No, God.
So as you're looking
Oh, my
over, you don't
listen's
really
amazing.
see any more movement, but off a bit further in that direction, you hear a bit of a weird sound, and it's a weird,
Oh, crap.
like this weird clicking. This weird clicking sound coming from over there, as if something.
Okay.
I mean, you could do like the sound of like crab claws and
Okay.
stuff if they were big enough. You know me to.
Not safe in this house.
Oh my god. See? I want
Are you safe
I
anywhere?
want the curious side of my nature wants to go, and the other now horrified part of my nature. See, there's a curious side that's like my house and my property is not what I thought it was, and the other part of me inside like, what the hell is wrong with you? You should be fleeing.
Yeah, you just have to make a decision.
You know what? I'm gonna roll percentile dice. 50 or higher, I go look at the bushes. 49 and lower, I go back to the house.
So basically, what you're telling me is that now Althea is an agent of chaos.
Yes.
I believe it.
We'll just give you a coin. You can flip that.
Yeah.
No.
This is a game of percentiles.
Okay.
I go look at the bush. No, what did you get?
86.
Of course.
So what was 51 to 100?
Go look at the
Go
bushes.
look at the bushes.
It's up to you.
God.
This was the last we saw
You said-
of
I
Althea.
said I was
You
gonna
have
do it.
to.
I said because I feel like she has a split personality right now when it comes to this shit. Well, listen, I rolled it.
Oh,
Rolled it.
okay.
It's fair.
It's
Totally
fair.
unbiased. All right.
We'll never
And
know.
impartial.
Okay, Two-Face.
All right. So exactly. Yeah. I should have rolled the coin or flipped the coin. Whatever.
Roll the
Anyway,
coin.
Yeah. Do. All right. So I'm going to slowly and with great caution walk around to the other side of the bushes, or at least to an area where I can see a view of the other side of the bushes. I don't want to walk too in front of the bushes. I'm not going to go into the bushes. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of want to walk near and around so that, like, if there was a tree in front of you and there was something on the other side of that tree, you walk around to just get a view of the other side of the tree. Am I making sense? In
Yes.
a way that might save my life.
Are you rolling a stealth? Are you trying to be stealthy?
I'll try to be stealthy.
That was maniacal.
Okay, so it's not totally horrible. 37 out of 24.
That's pretty bad.
So it's a fail.
It wasn't 100.
Yeah.
I suppose when you put it that
And
way.
we all know
I'm
that
walking quietly.
And we all know I'm good at rolling 100 when the situation really doesn't call for it.
Okay, so you plod your way over. No, you maneuver your way over to around to try to see your bushes, and you see, as you're getting a bit closer, that hidden behind one of the trees seems to be a sandy check. No, I'm just joking. You see what appears to be a still.
A still?
You see what appears to be a still just tucked in behind the trees, and the sound is coming from the still as a sort of like rattling.
What in the living hell?
Well, I mean, that might not be the expletive you want.
Oh, well, that's a fair point. I just... Patience is a virtue, Goodyear. And I'm going to repeat that same little speech to myself as I walk back to the house. Because I'm fucking tired, man. I'm tired. And I want my bath and my essential oils. And there will be some...
my
well,
God.
no, I was going to say orange juice. But no, I want some coffee with whiskey in
These
it.
fucking rich people, eh?
Pretty sure just essential oils then.
And I probably won't be able to sleep, but I want to try.
Okay, so you're just like shake your head and you start heading back to the house.
Yes.
Fair enough. And you get back to the house. You hear noise coming from the breakfast ballroom. And as you walk in, you can see Skeet is in the breakfast ballroom. And everyone else is also in the breakfast ballroom, and they seem to be eating. And Skeet seems to be having a handkerchief out, and he's filling it up with like muffins and some other stuff there.
Eh, thank God you're not dead.
How?
Althea, what happened? Are you alright? Here, sit down. And I kind of usher you into a chair and...
Are you staring at Skeet when you're acting?
Yes.
Can I roll a psychology check to see if I notice that she's looking at him a certain way?
Well, you wouldn't need to roll a psychology
No?
check because it's the same way you looked
Okay.
at him when you pulled up to the house. You know what she's thinking.
That's fair. So I'm not crazy by thinking that he came with us last night, yeah?
He came with us last night.
Right.
Are
But
you talking in
you're
front
looking
of
quite
Skeet?
confused. He's packing muffins.
Skeet. Skeet.
Yes, ma'am.
Skeet.
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you right before you came to get breakfast? How long have you been here?
In the house, ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, a little bit. I was over to the garage. I went over to my treehouse. Came over here through the I came back over to the breakfast bar.
So
Getting some food.
So you were like just out at the treehouse, right? Like just now.
Oh, I'm not entirely sure.
Would
Time is a river.
Would one of us know kind of approximately how long he's been there with us? We
In the
should
breakfast
know.
ballroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
He's been here about 5 minutes.
Is everything alright? I mean, aside from the obvious.
So what happened to you yesterday or last
Oh.
night? What happened to you last night?
Which
We've
one are you
been
talking to?
trying
Skeet.
I sit there and I say, he was hanging out with Ulrich.
Or
Here.
at least at first.
And got drunk.
In his treehouse.
And passed out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is everything okay, guys? And Skeet's just sort of looking around at you guys, all confused.
We had a rough night.
We think
You always have rough nights.
Oh.
Ulrich may have been the one who went with us yesterday.
Oh.
Oh,
I think
I
he
was gonna save
disguised
that till
himself
later,
as
but-
you. Skeet.
that. Well, I don't know.
Is there anything?
I mean, we
of-
used to switch places when we were young. We look so much alike, see.
Is that the only sibling of yours that looks like you?
Well,
Your relative?
maybe? I don't really know me whole family.
No.
Skeet, are you missing any clothes or?
He sort of looks at you confused. And he looks down at the clothes he's
I
wearing.
don't
The
think he-
the overalls with the one button unlatched and
I
the
don't think he realizes
hairy
that he
chest
owns
sticking
clothes.
out. And he's like, "No, I got my clothes."
Skeet, are you okay if we check your treehouse?
And he seems to get defensive. He just sort of, for what?
We just need to see if your cousin left anything behind.
Well, I can go check. It's my house. It's my room. It's my place. Isn't that what we agreed on?
That's true. I'm also very interested to know what your treehouse looks like. We haven't been
Oh, it's
invited to your.
wonderful.
Yeah, but you haven't invited us.
Never
So you really
invited
didn't
us.
have like a
Oh, my.
open house or anything.
Oh, but you guys were always so busy. By all means, if you want to come over and check out the wonderful craftsmanship.
Actually, I think we're free right now. Can we?
Oh, let's
can we
go!
over?
And he starts walking out the door.
I follow.
Oh, Christ, coffee and whiskey. All right, who's coming with? I'll sleep one of these days when I die.
Oh, I sort of turn to Althea. Is this the best idea? We do have
You're all really exhausted, by the way.
Yeah, I
we did have a long night, and there's something in the lab we should see to sooner than later.
The lab. Yeah, I'm not going out there. Have fun. Let me know what you find.
I'm not back in 30 minutes. We're dead.
I
Skeet just like
may need to know.
Just joking.
looks back like, what?
Just joking. He's tired.
I haven't
Don't worry
slept in
about it.
36 hours, so
Well,
we're
I
not going
mean-
to stay for too long.
I
I mean, you guys could go get some sleep,
Skeet,
and I could tidy up a bit to show you the place.
I look at
that
Amos and
tidy
I'm
up thing.
like,
Let's go now.
Yeah, that's my problem because I look at him and I go, forensically. it's
I
better to go
know.
faster." I know.
We
that
haven't
need
slept in
sleep.
36 hours.
I know, but also at the same time,
Yep.
we don't know what's gonna be lost.
Althea, you take a rest. We'll see you in a moment. We'll see you after we've all had a bit of a break. I'm going to make sure they don't get in too much trouble. And I'm going to follow Amos, Agatha, and Keats.
I'm not going. I was just there.
Oh my God, Althea, you're always separated from everyone else. Oh, God.
I'm literally in my own breakfast ballroom.
Okay, so
Oh,
what are you
There's like
planning
50
on doing?
servants in the house.
Althea, you should
Just be
let
the same
Cadbury
one.
know you're back.
Oh.
He was very worried about
Oh,
you.
God, yes, I should. I will. You know what? I'll do that first. I'll do that first.
As you sit down
You
and
do it
start
first?
drinking coffee.
Yeah, and I'm just pouring a little bit of something in there.
Something.
I'll do that. I'll do that first.
Okay, so you all leave Althea alone. You notice that the Irish Wolfhound stays with Althea.
Okay.
Sure.
I didn't really like Skeet. That makes sense.
Yeah, and as we pass, I just good dog.
He sort of wags his tail and sort of looks up at you.
I'll pat him
I
on
look
the
over
head.
at the dog. All right.
Meow.
Would you like
The dog makes a weird cat noise.
Say accents extends to creatures too.
Diplomacy.
Raven noises and meows for cats.
Yeah.
For dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you Amos was tired. I told you Amos was tired.
3 cups of coffee and 2 cans of Coke are not enough to keep this guy awake.
I'm going to just look at Althea and just say I fed him, but if he needs some more, I mean, he likes bacon.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. You know what? I'll be. Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that first.
Okay, so you all leave with Skeet, and
To the
Althea
treehouse.
is just
I'm just
in
gonna
the
sit here for a second, and then eventually I'm gonna drag myself out of the chair to go to the lab because it's my favorite room in the house.
Okay. I'm going to move to everyone else.
Okay.
As you sort of, Skeet's almost skipping. He's so excited to show his friends his house. There's no ulterior motives at all. I mean, he's just happy to have friends.
Oh, I feel so bad now.
Don't let it happen. Don't let him incept you like that. It's like Inception.
Wow.
No.
How dare you take advantage of this man?
Okay, so you walk across the trees, and the same description that I gave to Althea. Seems like you know that there was a lot of imported wood and stuff like that, but it just looks like basically thrown together. Not really thrown together; it's functional, but it's not aesthetically pleasing.
I'm gonna be asking Skeet's questions about and what's and you built this and what's this and just like not like a chatter of questions, but just this is lovely. Tell me about it to try and keep him
He's like, yeah, that's wood
pleased and
with
happy.
nails. Good nails.
Good nails.
I found a pile of them in the garage.
Help
The
me,
garage.
God.
He says garage. Of
Well,
course he would.
It looks so lovely outside. What does the
Yes.
inside look like?
Oh, come on with me!
Okay.
And he sort of like skips up the nearest stairs.
I
And it's the
follow.
same stairs. I mean, nobody else knows this, but the same stairs that Althea went up.
I'll follow suit.
Dick Van Dyke's is way up the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we all know what you mean.
Yeah.
Google is your friend for anyone who doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you all maneuver up the stairs, and it storms to spiral around a tree.
Holy
Well done.
cow.
Doesn't seem to have caused the tree any damage. There's a gap there
crazy.
for the growth, stuff like that. But
This
it
is
seems-
very well. This
like the
is very
stairs
well
are exceptionally well done.
Yeah.
It's like he really knows how to do stairs.
done.
Wow, Skeet, this is actually quite impressive.
Yeah, yeah. And then you get to the top though, and you see the door, and it's just like, it's just a push.
Take it
in.
back.
Hmm?
I take it back.
I kind of like smack Amos.
Ow.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
As you go into a room, as he opens up the door, and he sort of like, waves you in, all excited, and you start walking inside, and you can see a rug on the floor. And there is a sofa, and there's some chairs around. And at the end, like I've described before, you can see a large table with a pile of unmarked liquor bottles with glasses of various sizes, shapes, and forms.
The rug's got the Goodyear family crest on it.
No, it doesn't. It
It's a
seems
bear
to
rug.
it seems to have been part of something else.
Oh, great.
Seems to be faded yellow.
I get to find that one set of drapes. that-
And you see, as I continue on, and you see shelves and stuff in here with like knickknacks and trinkets and stuff. Now you don't know where he found.
I'm gonna just ask him about some of the things. Like, so where did you get all this interesting thing?
So let me tell you.
Okay.
Out in the garage and some of the other places, buildings around the estate. I mean, I don't think they're very used very much. So I, picked out some of the stuff that was there that didn't need to be there, And
You didn't think that they would be missed?
but no, I do the dust check.
What's that?
If it has dust, I take it.
If it's not been used, he claims it, essentially.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's still on the property, and since I'm the handyman around here, it's good for me to know where everything is. You can see like pump handles, and like pieces of machinery. You see like a car, like parts of a vehicle engine,
Wow.
teapot.
Can I roll a spot hidden to see if there's any evidence of him and his cousin having been in this room?
Anything that looks out of place.
I'm just trying to think of if spot hidden would be the best role for that.
There's no generic investigation skill, so
There isn't, eh?
kind of seems surprising with investigators and things like that. There's no investigate skill.
Yeah, that would make it too easy. I'll go with the spot hidden. Yes.
I can't think of what else would be.
Yeah, no, I'll go with the spot hidden.
Debatably psychology, but
No, I'll go with spot hidden. Yeah, spot hidden is the way to go.
35 out of 63.
Okay, put a tick.
God.
As you go over to the table with the liquor bottles, you can notice that there are almost all of the glasses have a measure of liquor still in the bottom of them, just a little bit, or they're wet or sticky. stuff like that. So yeah, there has been alcohol drunk recently. The glasses haven't been cleaned. It's hard to tell if the room is in disarray because it's not like I said, it's organized chaos. So there is clumps of what appears to be clothes and stuff in different areas and stuff like that. You see what appears to be a floppy chair. Like, it just looks like a bag.
But no weird clothes that seem out of the ordinary for Skeet.
Not like suits or anything.
Yeah, you see a button up in one of the piles of clothes. You see a button-up shirt. You see a shirt button up, and there seems to be dress pants and stuff like that. And there seems to be overalls and boots and thick socks and
Are
regular
the dress
and belts.
pants and the button up on the top of the pile?
Somewhat. Like it just seems to be thrown together.
Yeah, could I safely assume that somebody perhaps got changed here and within the past 12 hours?
Yeah,
left
you
those
could
there?
make that assumption.
Can I roll some kind of stealth check just to kind of take a look at the pants while he's showing off his goods to Marion and Agatha?
Sure.
Oh god, why is my stealth not good?
Except though.
That works. 7 out of 20.
Woo!
Put a tick in stealth.
Ooh boy. Woo! The detective now can do stealth.
So now while you're checking the dressy clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The clothes that I would assume that if Ulrich were here, he may have been wearing, and possibly swapped these clothes for whatever he wore last night, if it is in fact Ulrich we have.
Okay, so what's going to happen is for a couple of minutes, I'm going to move over to Marion,
Cool.
and I'm going to move over to Agatha, while, you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
So what are you asking Skeet, other than he's just sort of showing up? This is a teapot that I found in the basement.
I'm gonna ask
In the
him
basement?
because he said other buildings on the estate. I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask what other buildings. On
Well,
the
there's
estate.
sheds and everything everywhere.
What do you mean sheds everywhere? Is
It's
there one
just-
close by here?
There's one
There
by the
used to
hedge
be.
page that doesn't exist.
There-
Wait, used to be?
Oh, did you use it for your house?
Well, one of them had a still in it. But yeah, I mean, any buildings, but any buildings that didn't need to be here, I took apart.
But is there any ones that you didn't take apart still on the property? Like that's not near the house?
Well, yeah, there's the well house.
How far away is that from here?
There's a well house.
It's that way. And he just sort of points. He's like, "Yes, this is a little bit of a walk.
Like
Just almost out of sight of the house, and this is like a barn, and there's a well in the barn. I just call it the well house.
when he points, is it clear that it's pointing into the woods?
Yeah, like not further away from the house, but like sort of parallel. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just
Okay.
yeah. I just call it the well house.
Well, that does
At
make
least
sense.
Yeah, it looks like it's fairly big.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
There's a ladder, rungs. I was gonna go down and see how good the water source is. Might be connected to the tunnels underneath.
There are tunnels?
There's tunnels underneath the house?
Yeah, where I saved Althea.
What?
We've not heard this story yet.
Now,
Steve.
see, I'm saying you're more focused on,
Mhm.
but you are picking up what he's saying, but you're really focused on the clothes.
Mhm.
And what do you say, Agatha?
We weren't actually told about that. Where did
Oh.
you access the tunnels from?
What do you mean you saved Althea? From what?
Goo.
Okay, where did you access these tunnels from, Skeet?
I'm making
Oh.
a note in my notebook.
Goo.
How
How many
Good
O's is
question.
that?
4 or 5.
Well, and he seems to be not defensive, but he seems to be, he realizes maybe he shouldn't have said something, because, actually, psychology roll. Both of you can make a psychology roll.
42 out of 45.
Oh my god, 99!
So I'm gonna let Marion put a tick in psychology. So basically, Agatha, you can't really read them, which is frustrating to you,
Okay.
right? 99. It's almost a critical fumble. As we, Marion, though, you realize that Althea's his boss.
Mm.
And you can tell that his reaction is, oh, she didn't tell him, which means maybe I shouldn't have told him.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, maybe you talk to Mrs. Goodyear.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But
Yeah,
it sounds like you've explored quite a bit of the grounds. You probably know it better than any of us.
Oh, I've been starting to figure it out, yeah. Starting to figure out this place pretty good. I got to say, I'm figuring it out pretty good.
Wow.
It's a nice layout. Stuff's everywhere. It's all chaos. It's great.
Speaking of layouts and stuff, Skeet, do you have more than just this one room?
Even just looking around the room, you can tell
Yeah.
there's other rooms.
What are the other rooms in your?
Oh, I got my private study, and I got
Before he moves on, will I have looked through the clothes to keep up with
yeah.
you
Okay,
guys?
at this point, I would say that there's a dress shirt there, Skeet size, dress pants.
Yeah, there's nothing in like the pockets or anything identifying about them,
No,
but they do look uncharacteristically clean.
spot hidden. This is search. It's
Yep,
basically
yep,
what
yep,
I'm
yep.
using for search.
So that's 38 out of 63.
You already got a tick, right?
Yeah.
Within the pile of clothes, you feel something a little bit hard, and it's like a pin with like a symbol on it that you've seen before for the Silver Twilight Lodge. Remember, you've seen this before in Cadbury's bag? Yeah.
I'll swipe that.
Okay, sleight of hand. It's stealthily grabbing something,
Mhm.
so Skeet doesn't notice.
That was 56 out of 30.
30. Okay, so fair enough. It still doesn't really look like Skeet notices. Just want to see how flashy you were. But I'm going to say Agatha and Marion, you notice that Amos sort of takes something out of the pile and puts it in his pocket.
Okay. That's the only identifying thing?
That you find, yeah.
Yeah. But do they look uncharacteristically clean?
No, they've been in this little pile of clothes.
Okay.
So they seem to be a bit dirty, but not like Skeet dirty.
Okay.
Like if you bump into Skeet too hard, like a dust cloud comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, so
He's like Linus from
that's
Peanuts.
what I mean. They don't look like the rest of his clothes.
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
that's what I'm trying to get. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by like uncharacteristically clean. So I'll put them back where I found them and then follow these three as they proceed.
Yeah, well, he's just standing there talking. He's like, yes, I got the private study, and I got my bedroom, and I got my second bedroom, and I got my bathroom. And he stops for a second. He's like, yeah, sort of. And I got my yeah, and there's my kitchen, and yeah, stuff like that. This is the area though. This is
Wow.
this is where everyone
This is a large place for being up in a
and
tree.
he sticks his chest out.
Even outside of being up in a tree, this is a large place.
Yeah, I put a bit of work into it. Yeah.
Can I look around just from where I'm standing, like just do like a sweep with my eyes across the room? Do I see anything that it doesn't have to do with the cousin, but anything of an unnatural object that Skeet might have picked up and put on his shelves?
Ooh.
Like if there's something I would recognize, like with
cult.
symbols or anything like that, or because you see where I'm trying to get with that, like
Yeah.
yeah.
So as you're looking around, you see like there's a lot of knickknacks and junk. It's hard to really pick out what would be something like that would look absolutely unnatural.
Okay.
There's no books on their shelf because I know you'd probably poke through books. There doesn't seem to be any books on the shelf or anywhere within sight.
Skeet wouldn't have books anyway.
What are books?
Oh, you know, so those books are. They just can't be trusted.
You do see what seems to be a horn case. like there's a case that's on the top one under the shelves with like 2 latches on it. A fairly large one, and you with your background and stuff, you know what I mean? It seems to be like maybe a bugle case, the size of a bugle. That seems to be on top of this shelf. It's like 8 feet up. Like this place is massive. Yeah. Agatha notices this.
I'm gonna just look at Steve and be like, "Oh, do you play instruments?" And I just point at the bugle.
And
Or
he
the
sort of
bugle
looks up,
case.
and he's just like, "No, not really. It's just found it in one of the sheds." It's like
When
a
she
horn-
points it out, do I notice it?
yeah, it's just a horn case.
Does it look from? It's just the case of a bugle.
Yeah, that's what it looks like the right size for like a horn case. You know what I mean? Like it's a
Mhm.
Can I take a look at it? I'm very musically inclined. I'd like to just see it if it's possible.
yeah, I suppose. I mean, okay. And he goes over and he takes it down off the shelf, and he sort of tosses it to you.
Oh, catch it, I
Yeah,
suppose.
and you catch it. Yeah.
Can I open it there on the table?
Sure. So, what you do notice is you lay it down on the because there's like a coffee table there too, like you know what I mean, thrown together.
Mm-hmm.
And you, as you try to you look at the latches, and there's next to the latches, there is like rolling numbers. There's a combination to get into it,
Okay. Yeah.
right? He's like, maybe you got better luck than me. I've been trying to open it up since I found it.
Can I take this? Because I'm really interested just to see what the instrument.
He's like, well, it's mine.
Oh no, I just want to see because if it needs to be repaired or anything, I think I know how to do that.
Well, I'm fine with it the way it is. It's a nice centerpiece on the top shelf away from everything.
I'll just return it. I will return it to you. I just would like to just take a look at it, and maybe I can get it open for you. Wouldn't that be kind of nice if you could actually open it up?
Yeah, but it's mine.
I'll return it to you. Don't worry.
He's just sort of like, no.
I'll give you.
Agatha, is it really such a big deal?
He just seems to be like, he likes it. You know what I mean? Like he just
Yeah.
seems to be.
He likes this horn case that he found
He likes
in my
his
shed.
junk.
I see.
You like he likes
The things that nobody else wants.
exactly. And now somebody wants something that nobody else wanted, and he's just sort of like, but it's mine.
I would assume, being a person of. Yeah. Okay. I would probably have. I probably would have something on me like a pocket watch or a piece of jewelry or something of some sort.
Yeah, but the other thing is that I can call for is you can try a persuade roll.
Okay.
You've been trying to persuade him to take it.
Oh, great. 10%.
So-
Yeah, that's great.
You can try to charm him, fast talk him.
Oh, oh yeah, sure, right. Okay, and you said charm is the other one.
Yeah, you'd have to be
pretty
charming.
sure. Okay, I'm gonna use charm because I've got a 15 at least. in
Sure.
that.
Welcome to my world.
Did anybody put ranks in charm?
Sure
Yeah,
did.
nope.
Wait, charm? Oh, wait, charm. Yes, I did. Not many.
I think you gotta actually check on that. You probably raised
That's
it.
possible. I put ticks into persuade, though.
21 out of 15.
Okay.
Oh!
Okay.
That could have been good.
Now,
Yeah.
did you want to push the roll?
No.
No.
Because I know my luck on that one. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go into my pocket and I'm gonna grab a pocket watch or whatever I have in there, probably a piece of jewelry of some sort, and just be like, if you're worried, Skeet, I'll trade you this, and you can return that to me when I return your horn to you.
No. So you held out a watch, you said?
Yeah, like
pocket
a pocket
watch?
watch or something. Yeah,
Can I see your character sheet?
it's not actually. I don't think it's.
No,
Oh
I
no.
Can I see your character sheet? Just for a quick second. I just love doing this to players as well.
Or are you gonna choose something else that I can?
No. You do actually have a pocket watch.
Oh yeah, that's right, I do. Yeah.
Me too.
I mean, don't most of us, that's kind of like the way to tell time right now, right?
I don't.
Well, you just know what time it is.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Fair
Okay.
enough. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't connected to your background.
Oh, okay, fair
And it's
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. So you haul out the pocket watch, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, take it as collateral."
Collateral? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. No,
Collateral.
that works.
Yeah. So he takes the pocket watch,
Okay.
and he sort of looks at you for a second, and he's like, "Yeah, that's great." And and he sort of lays the pocket watch up on top of the shelf where the
trumpet was?
where the case was.
Okay.
And he's like, that's so awesome. Now I have a piece of one of my friends.
Instead of just,
And he says it in a weird way. It just comes off as
Psychology
weird.
roll?
I'm
Instead of just
I'm
lockets of
probably
their
just
hair.
because of how, considering Skeet doesn't know what emblazoned means, I'm just going to assume that's just a thing that he says. I'm not going to be too worried about that.
Can I psychology roll that?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
He seems pretty resistant to
Is he
psychology.
trying to? Yeah, that's the 74 ain't gonna beat a 50. Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, Skeet has to understand what he's saying before the rest of us can understand what he's saying.
Does he though?
No, that's the problem.
Okay. So how's this tour going? We gonna keep touring? We done the tour?
Well, this is the room where we all... This is...
this is really great.
The other places are like my bedroom and my private study.
Oh, I see.
Well,
I see.
we
don't need to
won't
do
won't
those.
ask you to open up your private places, but this is awesome, Skeet. Thank you so much for.
Yeah,
for
thank you. That's great. And I got a watch, too.
It's true. Thank you. Yeah. That.
We should probably take a break, though. It's been a long night.
36 hours, no sleep.
Okay,
I'm cool
so
fixing that.
I'm just going to say as you leave, you go down the stairs, you go into the house. I'm just going to say you're all exhausted.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to take away player agency.
No, yeah.
You all get cleaned up.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly go to Althea just to cinematic it. Not really cinematic. I'm not really giving much detail, but you go down to the laboire. Actually, I'm going to do this, actually. I'm going to go to Althea. The rest of you are going to get cleaned up and go to bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
The keeper is telling us we need
We're
to
going
get
to bed.
cleaned up and
We're
go to
in
bed.
bed.
Yeah.
You
so
go
I'm
down to the
sleeping.
laboire,
Mhm.
Althea,
Mhm.
and Simon is down there.
Mhm.
He's got a lab coat on, and he's just sort of laying out some different medical tools and stuff. And you notice there's a body wrapped up in a tarp. The tarp hasn't been removed. And he's just sort of looks over at you, and he's like, "Oh, figured you'd be getting some sleep."
I always check on the lab when I come home from anywhere. Has someone been moving things around in here?
Oh.
And I just look at Simon.
And Simon just sort of like looks at you, and he's not saying anything. He's just like, "Well, I mean, yes."
Oh my god.
Just a little bit. I was just doing a couple of experiments and stuff. Everything's put back and clean the way it should be, Althea. No need to get into a huff.
In the future. Just please ask.
Oh, okay. Is it okay if I do experiments in here from time to time?
That depends. Are you going to replace the very expensive things that I have in here? If they need to be replaced?
Oh yeah, money. Yeah, of course. Considering, I'm rich.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's not an issue. I can replace anything. Of course, I would replace anything that gets damaged.
What I do.
Yeah,
I'm rich.
yeah. What's your superpower?
I was just about to say, right, Bruce Wayne.
Are you going to help me with this, or do you want me to hold off?
Hold on. Pause for 1 second. Althea didn't see the dude on fire on the roof.
No, she did not.
Nope.
Did you guys bring him down and load him into the vehicle after I had left with the police officer?
Yes.
So I don't know
You
who
have
this
no
is in the
idea.
tarp.
I have not gotten the chance to explain this to you.
All right.
I think I explained it basically to Simon, but
Yeah. Not to me.
no.
Unpause. I look from Simon to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And this is?
Oh, it's Skeet. Apparently, it's Skeet.
Tact.
Yes. Apparently, yeah, you know. He's looking at your shocked expression. I don't need him to roll psychology. But he's just like, yeah, like, you know, Skeet. I wish they wouldn't have wrapped him into this tarp, though. Seems like the flesh got stuck to the tarp because he was still sort of bubbly.
Skeet? Skeet.
Well, that's what they said. I don't think it's the same as the other Skeet, though.
How many Skeets are there?
What? I think there's just, well, or his cousin or something?
Oh.
Are you okay? That's a lot of different sounds.
Um,
You notice out of nowhere, he sort of reaches over to another table and he, like, drinks what looks to be whiskey out of a nice whiskey glass.
Yeah, everybody here does that.
That's not special at all.
That's true.
Well, I had 3 thoughts in a row.
Oh, God. Is that a...
First, confusion. Then,
It's usually how it starts.
oh yes, what Amos said upstairs. And then one of, well, that might work out then because of what
Do you need to sleep?
the statement that I gave. It could have worked out, and then the I'm assuming if he's in this bag, then he is in some way, shape, or form no longer able to confess to crimes. So,
Well, it depends, I guess.
hold that thought. And
That's all I seem to be doing.
I'm just gonna walk over. I'm just gonna walk over and kind of like open the tarp a bit.
Okay, so you are really tired because as you go over, after he also told you that the skin has been sticking to the tarp, and you grab the tarp and try to open it up, you hear the sound of peeling burnt flesh
Ah.
spread, and I need you to roll me a luck roll.
Oh god.
Oh no!
All right.
Okay.
All my hard work.
75 out of 62.
Okay, so that's a fail on the luck roll.
No.
All right. What was I rolling the luck roll for, dear keeper?
Yeah, so what happens is as you open it up, like something breaks and a spray of goo
Oh.
shoots out,
Yummy!
and it literally hits you in the face. Just as...
Plus, great.
And I put the tarp down.
Yeah, and Simon, as you look at Simon, he's just sort of back and he's got his hands over his mouth, and he's just like, oh.
And
What
I
a
walk
useless
over
kid.
to one of the cabinets.
Yeah.
And I open it and I take out cloth, towel, whatever 1923 has. That will
They
wipe
have
the
cloth.
shit
Yeah,
off my
they-
face.
They have
No,
cloth.
but like a flannel thingy.
Flannel. Okay, so like
Wow.
90s.
Like a washcloth.
Yeah, fair enough.
To wipe stuff off my face.
And you do, and you wipe it off.
And
And Simon sort of looks at it and he's like, yeah, it's sort of stuck. We need to like cut it and slowly remove it. Like a, falafel.
so, tell me.
Well, you know, what's it, not, and then he says, oh no, wait, that's not what it's called. Like, and he's sort of looking at Althea like, you know, the sandwich wrap thingy, shawarma. There it is. Like a shawarma. You need to open it like a shawarma.
Shawarma. Anyway, okay,
I'm
whatever.
pretty sure shawarmas existed.
Yeah, I
Like a
know. It's fine.
burrito.
Okay. Since I'm tired and slightly,
Gooed up.
yeah,
Gross.
on borderlining unhinged.
Listen check. Yeah, don't look at me. I'm
This is
asking
the
for a
part-
listen check.
This is the part where the body in the bag is like, you think you've had a bad day. 18 out of 21.
Do you have a tick and listen?
Yes, I do.
Fuck, you make that. That is really good. Because as you're talking to Simon, you hear like a weird slimy sound from the corpse.
Oh god.
Like you hear like a like there's some kind of weird gas or something releasing. And as you see the spot that you opened up, which is round where the head is, because you're over with Simon now, around 5 or 6 feet away, you can see like flesh just sort of shoot out of that opening you made, like just like this little geyser of blood shoots out and flesh. And you can hear this weird keening, like a
No.
and you see what looks to be one of those white slugs.
Oh, hell no.
And the sides of it opens up, so it looks like along the length you can see like this teeth.
Oh god.
And this mon is like crawling its way out, and the body is shaking around, and it's absolutely disgusting.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Call. Again, if you want to throw a tip our way for the show, please consider hitting that Ko-fi button on the Twisted Gear Studios website. In the coming weeks, we'll likely be adding a subscriptionable option to our page as well. This won't change the page is currently set, but it will allow us to better gauge interest and start getting some rewards out to you as thanks for your support. Votes for one-shots, maybe NPC suggestions. Feel free to let us know on our socials things you would like to see from us. Until then, our next episode will be Tuesday, February 9th, with Spacers on Tuesday, February 2nd. The game system used today was Call of Cthulhu 7th Edition by Chaosium. Music, sound effects, and ambient track licensed through Triune Films, Video Copilot, and Artlist. You can find all of Twisted Gear Studios' podcasts on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please follow and like Twisted Gear Studios on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Janessa Coles, Lindsay Zelansky, Zach Barrett, and Elizabeth Wells. Your audio operator tonight was Rob Hickey, and your GM or keeper this evening was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.